starts right now.
Communities united in tragedy. The Parkland, Florida community is wrapping its arms around the Uvalde community today. Churches are delivering life boxes to help people here cope with grief. It's happening at the Civic Center, which is where we find our Lee Waldman. Lee, this is such a beautiful gesture. Talk about the setup there today.
Well, so cars, as they pull into the Civic Center, they're immediately greeted and then told about these life boxes. I want to show you the life boxes put together here. So you can see these ones, they're marked with stickers. And then there's other boxes also available. They're separated by age group and available in English and in Spanish. 600 boxes were made by Motion Church and by Life Boxes in Parkland, Florida. So many people here giving out these boxes were affected in one way or another by the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting back in 2018, where 17 people were killed inside of that high school. They know intimately the pain that is left over in a community after a shooting like this one. So they're wrapping their arms around this community and saying, hey, we're here for you too during this time. Now, these boxes, this setup will be here until 7 o'clock tonight at the Civic Center. And all of the boxes, if they're all picked up before people make their way here, they'll take down people's addresses and send them a box personally to make sure all of those resources are available. In each one of these boxes, there's a Bible, there's a journal, there's a pen, so people can work through their grief. And there's other items left inside of here as well for different people to come through and try and work through and start that path to healing that is so desperately needed. Tonight on the Night Beat, we'll be talking to you more about this mission, why these life boxes were started, and we'll really be breaking down what's available inside of each one of them. Live in Uvalde, Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
600 boxes, so impressive. Thank you, Lee. Now to news closer to home, a shootout on the north side in a club parking lot. Now one person is dead and 3 others are being treated at hospitals. Police say the trouble started just after 2 this morning on Blanco Road near Bassey Road. So far, officers think there was some kind of fight inside the Manhattan nightclub that then spilled out into the parking lot before escalating to gunfire. 2 men were treated at the hospital and they're in critical condition. 1 died earlier today. 2 other people drove themselves to the hospital, and police are questioning multiple witnesses. So far, police have not arrested anyone. Well, 1 person is dead and another is hurt after a crash on the city's southwest side. It happened around 4 this morning on I-35 South near Benton City Road. San Antonio first responders tried saving the first driver in that vehicle, but they were unsuccessful. The driver in the second vehicle was found to be an off-duty Somerset police officer who had just ended his shift. The officer appeared to have a broken leg and a cut to his head. That officer was transported to University Hospital for treatment. The investigation into how the crash happened is still underway. All right. Well, Katie, there is actually rain in the forecast.
Yes, I know.
I would jump for joy, but I got heels on.
Do you? Well, I'll jump for you. Woo. So we've got that to talk about. And would you believe me if I told you we have no triple digits in the forecast for the next week? Yes, round of applause for sure. So ahead in the full forecast, we'll talk about the heat coming down just a bit and also the latest on the rain chances for the week ahead. Also, how much rain you can expect for your yard. Out there right now, it's 99 at the airport. That's our preliminary high temperature for today. I'll have to wait a little bit longer to see if we jumped up to 100 this afternoon, but it's in the triple digits elsewhere. 100 at Stinson. Also 100 in Castroville right now. We've got just a few fair weather clouds out there around San Antonio and Bexar County, but down to the southeast between Three Rivers and Beeville, we've got a couple of thunderstorms going. These are non-severe. They're putting down some brief heavy rain, a few flashes of lightning as well. We'll take another look at this rain, get you your forecast for the week ahead, including talking all about those glorious rain chances. I'll see you in just a little bit. Court.
Thank you, Katie. Well, Pride Month is coming to an end soon, but the celebrations are still in full swing. This afternoon, a parade full of rainbows and smiles made its way around Madison Square Park. As our John Paul Barajas reports, the celebration had no shortage of entertainment.
A huge crowd came out in full force and, of course, rainbow gear to celebrate the 3rd annual Family Pride Day at Madison Square Park. And their main message? Inclusion and to have a brave space for everyone and every family.
But there's plenty of stereotypes out there, right? But ultimately, it's about being yourself. It's about being who you are. It's about coming out and having pride in simply being you, right? Whether you're gay or straight or cisgender or transgender, it doesn't matter. We're all here to have fun. We're all here to be compassionate. We're all here to smile. And that's what matters.
Angel Flores, a trans athlete and grand marshal for the event, took the lead in the march, but along the way there was plenty of show-stopping performances, from DJs to drag queens rocking the mic. And although today's event is a celebration, Flores made sure to point out the bigger picture.
We're people, period. And we know what we need. So every day when you move out, every day when you go and do what you do, keep it in mind. We're fighting for the rest of our lives. We're fighting for everybody around us. We're fighting to simply be happy and to smile.
That fight to smile was a victory today, as everyone from adults to kids took part in the family fun. But also because not just the LGBTQ community is recognizing Pride Week, so is the city.
The mayor actually did a proclamation to declare this Pride Week San Antonio the first one ever. So we're really optimistic about the direction the city is going in supporting the LGBTQ community.
And speaking of Pride, make sure to tune in tomorrow on the news at 6 for KSAT Explains the Strip on Main. It's the meeting ground for San Antonio's LGBTQ community. But why that particular area of the city? Our KSAT Explains producer, Dylan Collins, finds out tomorrow at 6:30. Courtney.
Thanks, JP. What changes we could likely see now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned? The latest from Washington after this break. A live look now at our nation's capital, the center point for Roe v. Wade and the historic Supreme Court decision that overturned the decades-old law that allowed women to have abortions. The High Court sending the issue back to the states. And this evening, more reaction to that ruling and the changes we could likely see in the weeks and months ahead. ABC's Alex Prochet from our nation's capital.
Protests continuing across the nation in the wake of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. After nearly 50 years of established abortion rights in the U.S., people on both sides of the issue expressing support and outrage. On ABC's This Week, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren reiterating calls to pack the Supreme Court to get some confidence back in the court after she claims its ruling went too far.
This court has lost legitimacy. They have burned whatever legitimacy they may still have had after their gun decision, after their voting decision, after their union decision. They just took the last of it and set a torch to it with the Roe versus Wade opinion.
In Philadelphia, the Catholic Church, whose official teachings oppose abortion, celebrating the decision.
Reminds us that there's a lot of post-Roe work that we need to do, and that's in many areas. Providing for the unborn, providing for mothers, providing for the care of all people.
Abortion is illegal with few exceptions in 8 states. A total of 26 states are likely to ban or severely restrict abortion in the weeks and months ahead.
And that abortion has, significant consequences. Adoption is an option. It's a beautiful and noble decision.
Meantime, Democratic governors are signing measures to shore up protections for abortion care.
We will stand for every single person to the fullest extent of the law.
16 states and the District of Columbia have laws protecting abortion rights in the United States. Alex Prochet, ABC News, Washington.
Another look outside with live cam for you. It looks like our lens is a little dirty, but you get the idea. There's a few fair weather puffy clouds out there. Otherwise, it has been another hot one, but this time tomorrow, I think this view of live cam is going to look different. We are expecting showers and storms tomorrow afternoon. I'll tell you all about it coming up in just a few. The aquifer today up 0.4 of a foot to 634.4, still well below the monthly average. And mold's the lone allergen again today, low with a count of 210. More on these rain chances coming up next.
I'd say my plants are going to love the rain, but a lot of them have not made it through.
Yeah, the ones that are still holding
The ones that are still there, yeah.
Yeah, they will for sure. So yes, it is nice to be talking about a change of pace here, some actual rain chances. And as a result of those rain chances, getting away from the triple-digit heat. And it has just been such a relentlessly hot month. Check it out. Every day this month so far, our high temperature has been above average. Now, as we round out the month, we do expect an above average day temperature-wise tomorrow, but the last 3 days of the month, we are forecasting below average temperatures. But either way, this June is still going to go down in the record books as far as heat is concerned. The reason for these changes, we can say bye-bye to the heat high. It is weakening, falling apart as we speak, and that's opening the door over the next several days for some rain chances to work into south central Texas, some moisture and some rain-making energy to move in. That's going to bring some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon and evening hours, Monday and Tuesday, but then we'll continue with isolated rain chances through the end of the upcoming week. I mentioned as a result of these rain chances, just added cloud cover, that heat high going away. We get you out of the triple digits now. You're going to want to keep the AC going for sure. Our highs will still be in the 90s, but especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll get you back down a little bit closer to where we should be this time of year. Around San Antonio, New Braunfels, Boerne, Hondo, and Castroville, things are really quiet, just a few puffy fair weather clouds. But as you go south of San Antonio along 37, we've got a little rain going down between roughly Beeville and Three Rivers. A non-severe thunderstorm here is moving west toward 37 and Three Rivers. We've got some lightning strikes there, and also some brief heavy rain. Also a few little showers west of Campbellton and Tilden, but again, that's well south of San Antonio and Highway 90. Over the next few hours, while the sun is still up, I can't rule out a stray shower here or there, let's say through about 9:30 tonight. After that, things should be pretty quiet. We could see a few early light showers tomorrow morning, but what I want you to know about tomorrow is that our rain chances will really start to pick up after lunchtime. So through 12 p.m., aside from a stray shower here or there, as far as rain goes, things are expected to be pretty quiet through about lunchtime. After lunchtime, as we start to get into the heat of the day, so highs climbing back into the mid to upper 90s tomorrow afternoon. Thanks to a weak frontal boundary stalling out over the area, we expect scattered showers and non-severe storms to bubble up during the hottest part of the day. And this activity is expected to linger through the late evening hours. We're going to have longer daytime heating because the sun now isn't going down until about 8:38 p.m. So we'll keep some scattered rain chances around through the late evening hours on Monday. Should be fairly quiet overnight into early on Tuesday, but similar to Monday as we get into the heat of the day Tuesday afternoon. With a just slightly unsettled weather pattern, we expect some more scattered showers and storms to bubble up on Tuesday. So let's talk about rainfall potential. If you've been with us the past few days, we've really been stressing here that the rain chances this week are not going to completely erase the drought that is in place. So not a drought buster, potentially a drought denter, if you will. The highest totals above 1 inch are going to be down closer to the Texas Gulf Coast and even off closer to the Houston area. A lot of us should anticipate a quarter to a half inch of rain, but there will be some lucky yards that get a half inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain with some locally higher totals here and there. So that's through the end of the week. Those rainfall totals are through Friday. I showed you FutureCast for Monday and Tuesday. I briefly want to talk about what's in the cards Wednesday through Friday this week. There's an area of tropical moisture over near Louisiana. This is going to just slide along the Texas coast as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. What that really does for us, regardless of whether this becomes anything formally tropical, it's just going to help to keep those isolated rain chances around this week. So this evening, mainly just hot with a stray shower through about 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, quiet through midday, and then scattered showers and storms in the afternoon and evening. Looking good this week. Not everyone's going to get all the rain they want, but a nice change of pace. Court.
A big change of pace. Yes, we'll take it. Thanks, Katie. All right, San Antonio's fighter kept his world champ title.
That's right. Jesse Bam Rodriguez was 15-0 going into this bout last night at the Port Tech Center Arena. When we come back, we'll hear from the still world champion, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Plus, the Spurs draft picks have a ton of different influences. We'll get their opinion on what makes them tick. Got that too next.
B, we got a lot of personality up here. You like it?
Absolutely. And they listen, because I told them if they pass a question to me, they all get fined. So they're very coachable.
The newest Spurs made a good first impression on general manager Brian Wright as they were officially introduced yesterday in Big Board Sports. The Spurs made it clear throughout the draft process that they wanted to select players with great character. It's pretty clear they also got some great characters in this current crop. None more evident than 9th overall pick Jeremy Sohan out of Baylor. His energy and enthusiasm on the court is second only to his vibrant personality off the court. And he picked up a lot of what he knows about basketball from his mother, Annetta, who played college hoops at Oklahoma Panhandle State University.
She was a point guard. I feel like I learned a lot from her. Just being cheeky and that defense, that comes from her. And she'll tell me that every game. So just being able to play with a lot of energy and just being able to see and be aware of, who you're playing against, your teammates, and just, have fun with it, be yourself.
Defensive intensity was a theme for all 3 first-round draft picks. That includes 25th overall pick Blake Wesley, who used his speed to torment opponents in his only season at Notre Dame. He got that trait from battling the 5th overall pick in this year's NBA draft, Jaden Ivey, who played at Purdue, but both of them grew up in South Bend, Indiana.
Many of you guys know Jaden Ivey, so me and Jaden Ivey go way back. We grew up together and just competing. We worked out together one time, and our trainer was like, y'all not competing hard enough. So we played one-on-one full court, and we picked up each other full court. And we used to go there all the time. We just got that dog mentality. So ever since then, I love to play defense, love to impact the game.
Everyone's family was in attendance yesterday afternoon, and Malachi Brennan was thrilled to have them all there. His uncle Lawrence is a longtime Spurs fan, and his grandmother Luzanne has been giving him advice since he was learning how to shoot a basketball when he was just 2 years old. Her message has been simple, telling Malachi, do you. Its impact has been enormous.
My grandmother means a lot to me, and my family does too. Just the stuff they instilled in me, just being humble, just waiting your turn, just being on your own path. I felt like, that's made me who I am today.
Now, there have been a lot of trade rumors recently regarding DeJounte Murray, but the star point guard clearly feels like he's staying in the Alamo City for the time being. He reached out to Sohan via text soon after he was drafted on Thursday night. As he said in his post-fight interview last night, San Antonio native Jesse Bam Rodriguez wanted to be a special fighter, not just an average fighter. He certainly proved that with a dominant victory over Thailand's Srisaket Sorrungvisai to defend and retain his WBC World Super Flyweight title in front of his hometown fans at the Techport Center and Arena. Rodriguez dominated the pace of the fight throughout and took command in the 7th round with a knockdown. He then carried that momentum into the 8th, absolutely unloading on Rungvisai halfway through the round. The referee came in to stop the fight, and Rodriguez collapsed to the mat in celebration. He is still the world champ.
This means everything to me. I fought a really great fighter tonight. It wasn't just any title defense. It was one of the 4 kings of the 115-pound division, and I did it in front of my home crowd, so it can't get any better than this. I'm not surprised. I knew Rungvisai, he was a little flat-footed, so the game plan coming in was to, move my feet, and even Robert, before the fight, he said every punch you throw is going to land, and that's what happened. So, I'm not surprised, but we executed the game plan perfect, and we came out with the win.
Also last night, Lanier High School grad Rick Medina fought Raymond Ford in his first chance to claim a title belt of his own. 2 belts were on the line in this bout, but Medina came up short in 10 rounds. Still, he loved the opportunity to fight here in the Alamo City.
It was amazing, man. I appreciate everyone coming out. It was a way different atmosphere, and I loved every second of it. I wish I capitalized a little more on it, But like I said, he was a better man overall today, but the overall experience was amazing, and I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
We will have more on Fight Night with Bam and Medina tonight on Instant Replay. San Antonio FC is now the best in the West. The Alamo City Club defeated Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC 1-0 on Friday night to vault ahead of Colorado in the USL's Western Conference standings. SAFC is 8-2 on the road this year and recorded their 7th clean sheet of the season. Head coach Alan Marcinez says it all stems from their monster mentality.
Our preparation and our mindset is consistent, and that's been instituted from day one that I arrived. The guys have done a fantastic job buying into that and applying that mindset, and home or away, we want to win games.
SAFC returns home on Tuesday to face FC Tulsa at Toyota Field at 8 p.m. After no-hitting the Yankees yesterday, the Astros go for the series win in the Bronx this afternoon, and Houston jumps out early in this one. Former Mission star Mauricio Dubon drives in a pair of runs in the top of the 4th with this RBI single to center, but the Yankees come back, tie it up in the 8th, and in extras, Aaron Judge turns judge, jury, and executioner. That's a 3-run homer to left center, and it is your walk-off winner. New York wins at 6-3 in 10 innings to split their 4-game series. And we are back after the break.
Well, we've taken Katie's last weather. She's reluctantly here at the desk with me. This is her last 5:30 show. She has taken a non-TV job in Dallas at a wonderful company. We are so proud of you. And I will not cry because we're celebrating at 10. But if you don't watch at 10, we love you so much.
Thank you. I love my weekend crew. And I hope you'll join us tonight on the Night Beat.
She'll be here through the week, but we'll see you at 10.